so much a diet anymore as it is just a full-blown personality that people adopt, a full lifestyle now where their whole identity is I only eat meat. And oftentimes it consists of consuming a lot of raw meat. And I've always just been fascinated by this raw meat eating community because I just don't get how they're not like plagued by trichinosis and infested with countless tapeworms, like an absolute nightclub of tapeworms in their gut. Because for me, if I eat a potato chip that's one day past the sell-by date, I get sick. Like, I get an irpy stomach. But meanwhile, they're out there consuming fermented meat that they leave out in the sun until it becomes what they call high meat, which is literally just fucking rotted, poisoned meat. And they'll just eat that and they're totally fine somehow. It blows my mind. But anyway, I'm getting carried away. The reason I'm talking about carnivores today is because there's one that's blowing up on TikTok right now because they've made a spectacle out of their meat eating. And make no mistake, this guy eats more meat than an Aiden Ross fan. He's posted like hundreds of TikToks now doing like these goofy meat eating stunts. And I call them stunts, but it's not like he's doing a backflip while eating a beef liver or something like that. The stunts he does is like, I'll cook a steak in a sink and then I'll eat it and shit like that. And I'm sure you've seen a lot of the content because it's been getting big on Twitter as well. I had to cut out the music, but it's him making this steak in a sink and then eating a stick of butter with it. It's revolting. I couldn't imagine a worse meal or an easier way of contracting some kind of foodborne illness. But this is the content. He is legitimately consuming that. He's not spitting it out. He seems to be enjoying it as if this is an average meal for him that makes his tummy smile. Like, it is mind-blowing. And don't you worry, of course this guy is going to be a member of the Clean Plate Club. He gets every morsel of food in there. I do want to point out that it's extremely possible and even highly likely that he didn't actually eat the steak that was being cooked by the hot water in the sink. We don't see him grab that steak and put it on the plate. He could have swapped that out for a normally cooked steak, but I mean, he still ate a full fucking stick of butter in that case, which is just a gross idea in and of itself. And I wanted to talk about it because not only is it just wild and wacky, but I'm also pretty sure the guy behind the account is very self-aware with what he's doing and he's just made it like his gimmick. But what's crazy is he's so committed to the bit in the character that he actually does eat raw testicles. He eats full sticks of butter. He actually consumes it. But I'm almost confident, like 100% confident, that he knows it's like a joke and he's playing a character. I've never seen someone do so much method acting in my life, if that is truly the case, if I'm correct about that. Like, he has made his carnivore diet more of like a freak show thing. So he's making testicle butter pops, where he takes a raw testicle, puts a stick of butter in it, and bites it, for example.
Guys, if you have never had a testicle butter dog, you need to try this. Raw testicle with a little sliver of butter on the inside. There is seriously nothing better. This is going to give you all the signaling molecules to get you bucked up and the healthy fats support your brain and your hormones. This is my favorite snack.
I'd also like to point out here that it's extremely possible he spit that out right after the TikTok finished. He just projectile vomited it out. We don't actually see him swallow it. I really do think, based on the way he talks and some of the things he says in the videos, that this whole thing is supposed to be a comedy persona that he's adopted and fucking giving his all to out there at 110%. I'd like to give you an example on what I think is like the most obvious case of him kidding around with this whole thing, but it's very weird even still. Even if I'm right, it's still weird regardless. But this is a video he made where it's like some kind of bull penis snack.
Silly rabbit, pizzles are for kids. Today we're making my favorite breakfast cereal, Pizzle O's. This will have the kids begging for it. By now you guys know I'm a huge fan of bowl pizzle recipes, so all you're gonna do, you guys know this by now, you're gonna put your penis in a pot of boiling water. And it's going to take a while, so be patient. that's what it's gonna look like when it's done. And before I do anything, I always rub my PP with butter. And then you're gonna cut it up nice and fine. Again, nobody wants to choke on the pizzle, so make sure they are nice and small. And this one still had a little junk in the tubes, but that's totally fine. It just adds to the flavor, and it just tastes so good, in my opinion. And once you're done, you're just gonna add it to your bowl, and you can add a little bit of milk, but I like it straight. Let me know how you like this recipe.
I think it's super creepy that he keeps mentioning kids when talking about the penis snack, saying that the kids will be begging for it. I think that's super creepy regardless of the intention of the videos. But I do think this one is a clear demonstration that this is all supposed to be a bit because it's so over the top. Also, I think it's very important to notice that he made a cut. So he did have bull penis. He had that whole fucking bull wiener and he did cut it up, put it in a bowl. But when he was digging around with the spoon, there was a cut right before he had the spoon in his mouth. So I think there's a very real case that he didn't actually eat any of it. So I do think there is a case to be made that quite a few of these videos he's made are fake and meant to troll. Like, maybe even taking the piss out of raw meat eating to a certain degree. There are some that he doesn't fake though, which is why it's so odd, because there are some where he does eat tons and tons of meat, and he does, like, every time I've seen, finish a fucking stick of butter to himself, but maybe that's his superpower. He's like a fucking X-Men whose only mutation was the ability to polish off entire sticks of butter solo by itself. So, I mean, maybe he was just blessed with that ability, but regardless, some of them I am just going to call out. They're not real. We don't actually see him swallow a lot of the raw meat stuff, especially the raw testicle stuff. One of them is just deceptive where we don't actually see him eat the pizzle-os or any of that. So, some of them are fake, but not all of them.
How many licks does it take to get to the center of a testicle? Well, that's what we're going to find out today.
Fashion, beauty, hairstyles, Skittles.
These targeted ads are getting really creepy.
It's almost like Skittles is listening in on our conversation.
Beauty the rainbow. Taste the rainbow.
We've crash landed on an uncharted planet. There's something out there. We need to be quiet and move.
Did Gunner make a video on that cologne? The, what was it? I forgot what it was called. He sent me a DM about it. It's a cologne by some goofball. Jesus, what was it called? It was called, like, Take Your Panties Off Scent? Scent of panties being off? What was it? Hold on. Oh my god, what is the name? Liquid Party Remover. There it is. LPR Liquid Party Remover. It's just, I don't even think I could show it on Twitch. It just has a bunch of, like, women shaking their ass and shit, saying that if you put on Liquid Party Remover, you're gonna get laid. It is so goofy. Gunner sent me that in a DM like a week or so ago. I thought I saw him make a video on it, but maybe not yet. Oh, it's Liquid Panty Remover? He needs a different font. Is it Liquid Panty or Liquid Party Remover? I think it is Panty. God, his branding is trash. Jesus fucking Christ. It is Liquid Panty Remover. Why would you remove a party? Brother, I don't know. This guy's brain is fried by Trin and Cologne. I don't know. I thought it was just a stupid name. Which it is. But I thought it was Liquid Party because the fucking cursive font he uses makes it seem like the N is an R because it doesn't fully finish. But yeah, it's Liquid Panty Remover. The party is only starting. True. Mobile game ad. No, he actually makes mobile game ads, but for his cologne. And with more ass. Actually, probably about the same ass as normal mobile game ads, to be fair.
Called Liquid Panty Remover.
You see what I mean? Does that not look like Liquid Party Remover? That looks just like Liquid Party Remover. 100 fucking %. You can see why I got confused. It wasn't like a blatantly obvious panty remover.
Which just sounds like a date rape drug, honestly. Crazy brand.
True.
And this is a commercial he's
It
making.
does sound like a date rape drug.
Everyone's wondering, is this shit for real? Well, look at me in this bathtub with 2 women. This shit's for real.
Everybody who missed their chance to buy, it's your time to shine.
I always find it really fascinating in these things that the guy who sells it absolutely always looks like he's going through the most brutal midlife crisis ever. This guy is not young. He's got fucking frosted tips. He is straight out of, like, Backstreet Boys era. Trying to recapture those golden glory days of high school second-string offensive lineman or something. And yet always do the same shit and look exactly the same.
Remember, you're a savage lion.
Amen, brother. I am a savage lion.
Tell me I was fucking lying. Women are like in the bathtub with him, like yeah, liquid panty remover, that got us in here. We don't even like this guy at all, actually. We hate him, but he smells so good that we have to be here with him, is I guess the promise of it. I don't know much
Which is a
else
great
about
promise, honestly. That's a nice little cheat code. You'd have the worst personality, look like actual dog nuts, but as long as you're wearing a really smelly, great cologne, gonna get laid. That is great. If such a product existed, he would have been a multi-billionaire.
I'm a savage lion, that was the outro. You need to get my cologne with pheromones.
Oh, yeah, that's his big thing. His cologne has pheromones in it, like unicorn tears or something. And that's what sets it apart and makes it so potent to make women just unable to say no to you. Throwing themselves at you. The pheromones infused with his fragrance.
I mean, goddamn. Funny to have a tattoo of Jesus and you're selling something called liquid panty remover.
Sure.
That's just not congruent. Here we go. This is another
Yeah,
advertisement.
but Jesus fucked. I bet. You won't find that in the good book, but I bet if you ask anyone from back in the day, they'll be like, yeah, that man laid pipe. So, I mean, I think it tracks.
Think it was gonna work like this, I can't even go to the grocery store anymore. See? All I wanted to do was get some milk and some fried chicken.
There you are.
Can you please leave me
We're trying to get milk and fried chicken. Why are you in the cleaning aisle?
alone, random girl?
Good point. You can't even get the continuity right.
Do you see?
I can tell you why, though. There was already somebody in that aisle. And he felt a little bit of shame.
The women are fucking running into the window.
I repeat, don't do it. You don't want these type of pros.
How many girls did he hire?
Click the link.
Not enough. He should have had this like a World War Z situation where they just start like trampling each other, getting closer to the window until the pressure finally breaks it and it just shatters on Billy. That would have been ideal. That would have been fucking hype.
Bad taste.
If she don't like you,
What a
not everybody
great
got
shirt.
good taste. Remember, you're a savage lion.
Okay, got it. So these are...
Fucking awesome tea though, brother. You think he wears this out in public? I bet he does. I don't even know why I'm asking. I know he does. Fucking epic. I bet all of the freshmen in college love when Billy comes over bringing in beer and a keg, doing keg stands with him.
What the fuck else is going on here? It looks like he threw every graphic from PNG.com that they let him download for sex. This is ridiculous. Now this one's weird.
And it's not enough.
He like is replying to someone else. Daily Loud says famous
Yes,
adult
this is what I was
filmmaker
talking
Ron
about.
Jeremy committed to mental hospital. I didn't even know that. And then Billy responds with, Ron was a big fan of liquid panty remover cologne. Link.
Which is amazing, by the way. So, for those that don't know, Ron Jeremy has like fucking 60 counts of rape. And a laundry list of other charges. He is a fucking massive sexual criminal. And Billy is so dumb that he thought this was like a good time to drop this ad saying that the rapist, the fucking rapist, is a big fan of liquid panty remover. You couldn't draw up worse PR for a brand. I'll make Ron fucking Jeremy the face of liquid panty remover. At least that was the idea. He's done this to a ton of other tweets though, but this one was a really special one. Man seems scarily self-aware in the goofiest way. Oh yeah, you'd be an idiot to think that he's not self-aware. He is self-aware to a degree. Like 100%. Absolutely. This is not self-aware. This is self-sabotage. This is like masochism for your company. Like that is such an awful idea. It's not even like a good meme. How can anyone take this seriously? Well, I mean, it's not to be taken seriously, but to actually buy it as like a real consumer takes a level of absolute delusion that I think is almost admirable. Like, I 100% believe there are some young teens that think this guy is the coolest. No doubt. Like, holy shit, Billy Nolan is surrounded by bitches. Yeah, no, they're not paid to be there. They probably just really love the smell of liquid panty remover on Billy Nolan. What if it actually smells good? It might, I don't know. I will say, you have to tremendously fuck up to make cologne or perfume smell bad. Hard disagree. I don't know, man. I've smelled 1,000 of these goddamn fragrances. When I was doing the Gwen Stefani vaginal candle, or Gwyneth Paltrow vagina candle and her orgasm candle, I got deep into that fragrance game from all those goofy fragrances people used to push. I've never smelled one where I was like, this is offensively bad. There's some that are too strong, but it's not like they smelled shitty, they were just too strong. Like, I never smelled one that was like offensively shit unless it planned to be. Like, there was one that was what was it, like sewage and cigarettes or something? I don't know. It was a mean fragrance. It was meant to smell like shit, and it did. But I never smelled one that didn't try to be shitty that was bad. Axe spray? Even Axe, like, okay, Axe chocolate, I'll give you, is probably one of the worst fragrances that doesn't try to be shitty. I remember that one when I was a kid. I was even like, wow, it's gonna get me thrown out of school if I wear this. But like all the other Axe, they don't smell bad. They are just too strong. But you can't argue that because it is too strong, it is bad. I will give you that. I'm just talking about from like a pure aroma standpoint. It's not like the actual fragrance reminded me of like sewage and cigarettes, for example. According to his Wikipedia, Billy Nolan is single. I don't think the cologne works. Well, that's it working at maximal efficiency. He stays single by choice because he wants every woman on the planet. He's like that. He's like the villain from Kingsman, but instead of like that signal that gets sent to people's brain that makes them fight each other, he has a smell that gets into women's brains and makes them want to fuck him. So as he walks around, like, women are just drawn to him, like in a cartoon where someone smells like an apple pie, they start like floating to it. That's Billy Nolan with the liquid panty remover. He can't afford to get attached. The other women would kill whoever he chose. True. He does it for their own safety. Like the guy from Black Widow. Actual Black Widow plotline, yeah. Spoiler, I guess. But the main villain, his superpower is he's stinky. He wears a cologne that makes it so they can't hurt him. Actually, yeah, that is literally the plot point. He wears a stinky cologne that's subtle, so when Black Widow's about to kill the main villain, she's like, "What? I can't kill him." And he's like, "That's because you smelled me." So he goes on to explain that he engineered a cologne that when smelt makes people unable to like do him harm. So the way she gets around it is she breaks her nose so she can't smell it anymore. It's so fucking bad.
We crash landed on an uncharted planet. There's something out there. We need to be quiet.
Shark Tank. 10-year-old entrepreneur wows sharks with her baby spoon product.
Next up is a product that began as an elementary school project.
Bro, why is this video so fucking loud?
I'm seeking $50,000 in exchange for 50% of my company.
Wow.
But he's giving up 50% of the company? Shitty negotiation. Get this kid out of here.
I love to create and invent.
Oh, do you have a patent?
No, but we're working on it.
Good shit. I'm out. I'm gonna steal your product. I'm gonna make an exact replica, and I'm gonna steal all your capital. Ow. Learn capitalism, kid. Get the fuck out of here.
My baby sister, Emily, would always play with her too. And my mom would always get worried that she might accidentally poke or stab her throat. So I wanted to create a product that eliminated that long and sharp design of a traditional spoon. So I invented the Beat.
Bro, you know top 10 funniest things is when babies come out of the womb and their head looks like a football. I They actually look so fucking stupid. Bro, because it's like all the plates in their head haven't formed yet. Like this. This picture is so... This is a kid's head. Bro, they literally look like Stewie Griffin. Yeah. Well, not that way. Only that way. Maybe mine never... My head is kind of footballish in the back. Maybe mine never really took form. No, but genuinely, day I have a kid, my wife pops out the baby. I'm not being like, oh, that thing's cute. No, it's not. But he's gonna be covered in goo. He's gonna look like a gremlin. He's gonna have a football head. You're gonna throw it? No, I would not throw my child.
It's a combination of a baby food and a teether all in one. The rectangular body makes
Wait, what is this product?
The rectangular body makes it easy for babies to grasp and self-feed.
That's dumb as fuck. I'm so sorry, bro. I'm so sorry, bro. I'm just letting my kid chew on the fucking metal spoon. They have no teeth. They have no teeth. My kid can chew on the metal spoon. They don't need no dumbass teether. Just hold the fucking spoon. Buddy can gnaw on anything.
The baby tune is made of 100% soft silicone. There are no sharp edges, so it's gentle on baby's gums.
I'm a robot? Why is she not saying anything?
It works great for teething.
Sharks. All parents know that babies love throwing their spoons on the floor. Well, we have a solution for this. Just put a pacifier clip
Just
around...
duct tape it to their fucking hand. Just duct tape the spoon to their fucking hand.
on the baby tune.
Oh.
And attach it to the baby's
Wow, how creative. Like a Wii strap. Like a Wiimote.
shirt. No more baby spoons getting thrown on the floor.
But wait, there's more. The baby tune is made right here.
I hate how the sharks are so nice when there's a fucking kid. It pisses me off. It pisses me off. If I'm a shark, I don't give a fuck, dude. I'm saying it how it is. I'm saying it how it is, all right? If your product's shitty, I'm telling you your goddamn product sucks dick, okay? I'm saying this is fucking stupid. I'm never investing in this. The second this kid walks out, they're gonna be like, all right, I'm out.
And it was designed and created by me. So sharp.
Oh, I can tell. All right, I'm being too dickhead. Good shit. When I was, all right. Let me give credit where credit's due. When I was 10, I wouldn't be able to do this. Good job. You're very creative. Yes, when I was 10 years old, I was stupid as shit, and all I did was sit there and play fucking Paper Mario on my GameCube. I was dumb as rocks. You're actually being an entrepreneur. You probably make way more money than I have even right now. Good shit. You're probably more rich than me, and you're 10 years old. Bravo. Okay, now let's get back into it. I hate your product.
Together, we can bring baby tunes to every baby in the world.
It's the dumbest dance ever.
Nice. Good job, Cassidy.
Oh my gosh.
So we have some samples we'd like to pass
Cool.
out to you, Shark.
How old is Cassidy?
I'm 10.
She's 10.
10 going on 34.
Oh, are we gonna eat?
We brought from Hawaii, we have Boy, which is a Hawaiian baby food.
What the fuck was on the bottom of that spoon? That looks like fucking muck. Ew, 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 ew. What is that? What is that? Oh my god. Bro, is that like a dip from some other shit? Bro, that looks like snot.
We brought from Hawaii, we have Boy, which is a Hawaiian baby food.
They're eating baby food.
How did you come up with the design, and what did you do to figure that out?
It's a square block with a spoon on it. Yo, I'm not trying to be a dick, right? Because like I understand I'm coming off as a fucking dickhead here. But like it's a square product. It's a square product with a fucking spoon on it. With an elephant animation. That's what it is. That's literally what it is. It's a square block with a spoon.
For first grade, I entered a local science fair when I was 7 years old, and we have actually my sample if you guys want to see it. It's right here.
Oh wow,
It's
so
like
that's
a-
your prototype?
Yeah, this is the one that I made in first grade. I mean,
Yo, when I was in first grade, the only memory I have from first grade is coloring a cow red. And I held crayons like this. Like with my full fist. Like, you know, I was an idiot in first grade. I was that kid that was like just scribbling over the lines and shit.
partially why I'm just very thankful I'm here is
Yo, that one looks so dumb as fuck. Oh my god. Bro, thank fuck that ain't the final product. That looks like you pieced gum together.
I want to show other
It is creative that it's an elephant's trunk. Okay? I will give credit there.
I just really hope I inspired them. It's a dream come true.
So are you selling it already, or
or is it?
Yeah, we still.
The dream hasn't come true yet.
So since September of 2018, we had $5,000 in sales.
Wow. That's fucking terrible. Yo, nah. If that kid wasn't there, bro, they would say that's dick. That shit is ass. Be nice? Bro, no. I hate it on America's Got Talent. I hate it on The Voice. I hate it on any of those fucking shows. Whenever there's, bro, especially America's Got Talent. I remember there was a kid that got to the fucking Final Four, and all he did, and this was the last season of America's Got Talent that I watched. This shit was probably 8 years ago, bro. I was probably 12. I recognize how dumb this shit was. All he did was fucking chop celery with throwing cards. He had this dumbass mohawk, and he would go at celery sticks, and he made Final Four. I'm about to pull up a video of that. Or when kids sing on America's Got Talent, and it's just ear piercing. And they're like, get the fuck out of here. I was 12, and I recognized this was stupid. Wow. Wow. You can chop a piece of celery from this far away, full force chucking a fucking throwing card. Bro, you're barely even letting go of it by the time it fucking hits it. Oh, wow, you can hit styrofoam with a fucking playing card. Yeah, here's $1 million. Here's $1 million in a Las Vegas show. Like, that's what I hate. And people come at me, and they're like, Joe, because I've ranted about this before, and they're like, Joe, why are you being so hard on him? I think it's entertaining. Would you pay $300 for a Las Vegas ticket to see this show? Would you pay? Would you pay to see this? No. If you wouldn't pay to see it, hit the red button. That's how the show fucking works. You know, this guy's amazing. This guy's amazing. Cody Lee, bro, oh my god. I would pay to see this kid. I would pay to see him, dude. He's blind, and he has a mental disability, and he knows how to play the piano. Fucking amazing. And he can sing. Dude, like, the fact that he can even play the piano that well. Like, that sounds great. Great talent. Put him into the next round. My name's Justin, and I'm in first grade, and I know how to throw celery sticks. I don't give a fuck, okay? Get out of here. You're not competing with this kid. In no world are you as talented as this guy. Like, it annoys the fuck out of me. Same with Shark Tank. Because they're so real. Like, if there was an adult that said this, they would immediately say that's awful. That's all.
Bro, he's been ranting about this thing the whole time. And then he
like, if
he
there
cuts
was
it and
an
this
adult
happens.
that said this, they would immediately say that's awful.
Oh, bro, Joe's so cool. Oh, he's so funny.
That's all. Back to the bit. $5,000 in sales is not good. Like, it's good for being 10. It's not good for a genuine business. Shark Tank Season 11 came out in May of 2020. So in 2 years, they had $5,000 in sales. That's bad.
Wow. What does it cost?
Our total cost is $6.66,
You
and
sell it for how much?
we sell it for $15.
50? Oh, it's pretty rare that somebody comes in here and offers us 50%. Why did you do that?
I mean, let's face it, I'm only 10 years old. I need a partner. I mean, I still have to go to high school.
I think you're more of a shark than we are.
You still have to go to middle school. Explain to me the federal tax bracket. Explain to me what an LLC or an S-Corp is. You don't know any of that shit, right? You're very creative, right? You made the product, blah, blah, blah. But 95% of a business is the fucking nitty-gritty. Not the gritty, the fucking dance. No, the shit, right? You gotta know your shit. Taxes, selling products, marketing. Like, you don't know that.
I mean, I can't even imagine what's next for you. The challenge I have is it's really not a fit for me. So, I'm out, but great.
Oh, it's really not a fit for you. Why was that? Really not a fit for you? Not explaining any reason as to why that's not a fit for you, Mark? Maybe because of the $5,000 in sales? Maybe the product design? Maybe the small market that this is actually outreaching to? Maybe the high price of the product? There's a lot of things.
Job, Cassie. Cassie, I've been doing little businesses since I was a kid. I can already tell from your presence, from your poise, from your grit that you're gonna go very, very far. This was 3 years ago and you didn't give up. You know, manufacturing can be very tricky. I find it fascinating.
I'm dissing her, but I'm dissing the product, but I will say she shouldn't know all the shit that I said, right? I'm like, yeah, oh, she doesn't know what an S Corp is. She doesn't know taxes, marketing, all that. You shouldn't know that. Because when you get into making a business or starting a business in your life, if you knew the amount of work it would take off rip, no one would ever want to start a business. Easing into it is the only way that it's generally like possible. If you were like, hey, I want to start a business, and I just threw all the amount of info and shit you would have to do, the work you would have to do, the amount of stuff you would have to know, the people that you would have to get connected to, the amount of money that it would take, the amount of time that it would take, no one would ever want to open a business.
Well, actually, just recently, we had to change our durometer silicone we're using, so we had to lower it. So
Change what?
change the durometer of silicone.
What's a durometer?
Durometer is how you measure the firmness of silicone. For example, if you have something that's a higher durometer,
Who are you, lady?
if you have something that's a higher durometer of silicone, it's going to be more stiff and hard. And if you have something that's a lower durometer of silicone, it's going to be more flexible.
Cassie, do you have a patent on it?
Yeah, we have our patents right here, actually.
Wow.
Y'all, I'll make sure that I make it a giraffe instead of an elephant. GG's.
I know you're not allowed to do this in the United States of America, but if in 20 years you want to marry one of my kids, I'd be very delighted. But in all seriousness, you're so impressive. But you don't understand the baby space, and for those reasons, I'm out.
Thank you so much.
Cassidy, I'm torn.
Because it's so hard. Like, I'm being so tough right now, but if I was sitting in front of this kid and I had to say, sorry, I'm not helping you with your business, bro, like, that would be so hard. To just be like, yeah, sorry, I'm out, right? Like, I couldn't actually do that.
I don't feel that you're willing to quit elementary school.
I can go straight to college.
Honestly, I don't want you to quit school. It's a little early. I'm out.
Cassidy, this is a great product. You just absolutely blow me away. You said you always wanted to go on Shark Tank, and I'm so proud if we had any part in your wanting to become an entrepreneur. So guess what, young lady? I'm going to make you an offer.
Yeah.
Because
I'm gonna give you $10 to get the fuck out of here. I'm out.
I'm giving you $50,000 for 50%.
Bro, come on. See, if this kid wasn't here, I'll give you 20 grand for 63%. Or 66%. So they get control of the company. Bro, no, that's how. See, they're being too nice.
You have a deal.
Congratulations.
Oh my gosh, you are just amazing.
What are the odds this deal went through?
Before you leave, come up here, sit in the shark chair.
Oh, yes.
That's where you're going. Let's see you.
How does it feel?
Cassidy. Cassidy, look at
How does it feel to be? How does it feel to be the cream of the crop of the capitalist business? How does it feel to be worth more than 100?
Uh-oh, it looks like Joe's audio got muted. I'm sure this joke would have been incredibly funny. Wow, look at him go. Anyways, Joe says thanks for watching.
Can't you save it now?
Tracking every parcel sent within the country. NZ Post, New Zealand's favourite courier.